in, everyone. I am very, very excited. We've got, I think, a banger of a game in store for us. Oh, now I need to 100% check that actually I am in fact live and things have worked. Always get a little bit worried each time, but yeah, should be good and in action. Welcome everyone. Oh, we've got a treat. We've got a treat of a game for us. So, I hope you're all excited. I'm really hoping we get some EU magic. It seems like we might have some difficulty. It's going to be a classic EU beating a strong Eastern team and then losing to NA. Yeah, that might be what's in store for us now. But you know, we can believe, we can hope, and we can hopefully win. I'm fully on the on the G2 side right now. It's want our EU EU friends, EU team to do their best. Trust in the hope. Yeah, I'm starting to trust too. We need to see. Broken Blade carried us last time against T1. So hopefully we'll get a bit of the same. Here he comes out first, and we'll be nicely there. Oh, the thing I'd like to say before we begin, hopefully everything's working connection-wise. I am uploading something, and I'm hoping that doesn't cause an issue. We seem to be going okay at the moment, but if anything's a little bit slow or otherwise, let me know and I'll make adjustments then. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. I've been enjoying these games so much, and being able to watch, learn, and just enjoy the kind of crazy plays that happen as we go. And you guys filling in the gaps. If I've got any questions or anything, it's been amazing. So yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Teams usually consist of 1 NA player and 4 Asian Europeans. So if it's a win, it's just EU winning anyway. Yep, that's I feel like that's a little bit cope, but if I have a killer team to root for a series. Exactly. This time I do want a 3-0, but you know, if we don't get that, that's okay. We need it as long as we win. But I do think ultimately, if it's a fun game overall, we'll be fine. We'll be happy. We'll be golden. So yeah. Whew. Bit of cope is needed, yeah. It feels like it is, but A-okay, I think regardless. Did just have a error pop up. So I think what I'll do, I'll commit to pausing my upload I have running just in case. If there's delusion, there's hope. Broken Blade. Yeah, well, we have hope. We have a lot of it. So fingers crossed. Oh man. I feel like I'm suddenly nervous of how this is gonna go. Suddenly, now that I've got a team that I want to do well, it's like, oh. Okay. So, I don't know who that character is, but I banned them in my games. That's not my perma ban anymore, though. We learned yesterday. I very much have someone I want to ban from this point onwards. They banned Tristana. That's a character I believe I know. I think that's Tristana. There's delusion, there's hope. I've no G2 much. I actually... Okay. I have, I don't have it. It's Poppy. Okay. Well, guess I'm stupid. But I have, I actually have some G2 merch, technically. When I bought my mouse, I don't think this one, but I bought a super light, and I have a Logitech mouse mat that has G2 Army on it. So yeah, that's my fun fact of the thing. I was actually a sleeper build G2 fan this whole time. So yeah, that's my throw out. Happen to have some merch. Okay, Ezreal is their ADC, I assume, unless they're going to play him somewhere else. He's always a G2 fan. See, was never a fan of G2 and Valorant. Don't really like G2 and Valorant, but but I'm quite happy with G2 here. So that's my it's my supporting out there. Anivia. So Broken Blade is always the rogue pick guy, right? I assume this is a relatively standard pick from Broken Blade, or is that not the top laner? A bluebird. That's for okay, jungle. There's the Anivia. Is Anivia a rogue pick? Is it fun? Is it okay? So that's the Broken Blade pick. Yeah, I see. I think that's quite a cool way of having it because you can kind of, as a team, prioritize the draft. Neva is a mid top. Anivia is a top mid laner. Caps could also play it. I see. I do think as a new viewer, it can be a little bit confusing. But the second you figure out that yeah they can swap whenever, I think it's so cool. And I think also playing your own games that would be really great, like with with people you know, because you can go look, this guy's a one trick. We give him this character, he'll cook, and then we can kind of swap around afterwards. Mariana is only mid, so it is Nivea top. Nivea is one of the first 40 champions in the game. It wasn't played for years until G2 brought it back 2 years ago. So a little bit meta defining. That's quite cool. It's a flex pick, a pick where the other team's not sure who will play it yet. Got you. So Karma is a classic bot lane combo. Kate Lux, I'd love to see a Kate Lux. That feels super applicable to me. So I feel like we have a lot of G2 supporters in this in this in this stream and in general. Where would you put the odds? Like, where would you put the odds of the outcome? I feel like I've heard you guys saying LYON had a lot of easier games and LYON isn't as good, but I need you to take a step back, get rid of all the cope. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's yeah, that seems quite likely. I mean, I'd love to be asleep. G2 70-30. G2 65-35. So yeah, we're a fair bit in the favor of G2, but it's never over, I guess. I guess that's the feeling I'm getting. Ooh, Ashe Seraphine. Okay. This is something I'm quite interested in seeing then. LYON are really strong. G2 beat T1, a top 4 team to get here. LYON beat a top 20 team. Okay, bit of a mix, but you know, these are now the top 4 in this tournament. So, you know, it's I feel like my potentially rogue, but I feel like not that rogue opinion, hope, prediction. I want the winner of this to win the whole thing. I feel like that would be so exciting. Because all I've gone through is seeing you guys saying, you know, it's all China, Korea, there's the other teams of nothing to really fight against, but I'd love one of these two to do it. Ash slows targets. Seraphine has a spell slow, but also a snare. Right. So it's okay. Because doesn't I feel like I remember part of Ash's kit being if they're no, it's Caitlyn's that if they're snared. But yeah, it's basically Ash fulfills the conditions for Seraphine's kit. And also extra slow is just better for Ash. So it's like a mini buff of just another character's kit just working. But I guess probably, I imagine then the balance is kind of around that matchup. But here we go. Okay. I need to be ready to start the timer when we're properly in. Little music wave, it slows if they're already slowed. They're rooted. Can use abilities. And then if they're already rooted, they get fully stunned. Right. Okay, that's quite cool. So the timer is 49 seconds. 55. Okay, timer going. The winner of this will have to play HLE, and the winner of that will have to play BLG. Yeah. So it's a rough road, but we'll see. Ezreal Karma is probably stronger early. Are they then relatively even late game or stronger late game? Okay. So Saint's already taken a bit of damage here. And Broken Blade's getting a good start. Ooh, Doka could die? Is that possible? That feels quite early and probably has enough knowledge to get away from it. But some initial pressure here. Seraphine outclasses Karma, but Ezreal does more damage. Okay. Okay, more utility based. The crit ADC is stronger in hyper late game though. Okay. So far, nothing too huge happening. Little bit of gold advantages for the G2 players, but basically nothing. Heading back there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Caps manages to cancel it. Love that. Okay. Roth and Handsome are a little bit low, but I think they're okay. Like, not low, but taking some damage. Nivea counters every top lane character. Annoying early game, but harder to play late. So what we're looking out for is Broken Blade going for some early aggression. things like that. And then hoping that not too much ground is lost at the bottom. This might be a kill on Saint here. Oh, the flash got him out. Oh no, yeah, the flash got him out. But we also had an aggressive flash from Skumond, right? Wow, the respawn is so quick. So yeah, Broken Blade seems doing fine. Nicely holding. Oh, my thing on my phone's messed up. Okay, that should have fixed it. So yeah, we have again gold, super similar, very even so far. Are we looking out for some kind of mistake or something along those lines to see see any progress, or is it going to be, well, we have the first Drake actually that spawned, and LYON are going for it. Are they just going to get it for free? Yeah, I think they are. Okay, I think this is the first little bit of an advantage we're seeing. Ooh. So, little bit of a buff here. If it's a Cry Phoenix, Ice Phoenix. The passive makes her become an egg when she dies. And if they don't kill the egg, she returns. This passive is a long cooldown. You know if the egg is passive is available, if there are wings near the level of a character. Okay, that's feels annoying to deal with. it's kind of like having the Guardian Angel item for free, but as the passive. LYON is stronger bot jungle, so G2 doesn't want to run a risk. Ezreal lane sort of gave them the dragon. She knew that going in. Makes a very safe under turret. Got you. Ours is a little bit low there, but again, very manageable. So ours is quite low, but Saint's coming to help. They need to be careful. Labrov could die. Oh, very lucky. Very lucky to be alive there, I think. Yeah, they don't bother contesting a losing situation. That makes sense. My instinct would be to send something to be a bit annoying, but also you've seen how badly my games can go, so this strategy, the pros definitely know better. So a lot of resets. Really, only mid lane is still active. Ashara hit Ezreal instead of Karma, so she survived. Ezreal used this cleanse summoner spell to remove the sun. Right, that's a summoner spell I've not really came across properly. So I'm guessing it just removes bad statuses. So like rooting, stun, something like burn, maybe. Would that also work? Is there any negative status, or are there restrictions? Labrov could be in trouble if they... They're going for a tower jump. Okay, first blood. First blood. Labrov needs to be careful to not die as well. Everything except airborne. It's really hard to use well. You see it much rarer. Yeah, it does sound harder. And especially something like flash barrier and the heal. Those feel like... And teleport. They feel much more straightforward, kind of. Either repositioning or emergency health / shield. When during a knockout does allow to flash. Yeah, Ignite is then just afflicts burn, a bit of damage, something like that. Okay. But I imagine it's always... I mean, I can see from what the pros always run, but I think in general it's going to be flash plus whatever you prefer. One, your Ignite does very little. Burn, reduced healing, and vision. Yeah, vision sounds quite useful, along with the damage. Feels like we're heading towards a little bit of a dragon fight here. Everyone's kind of in the area, other than the top laners. Place cleanse this game because he could get stunned. Some champions that don't take flash. Okay. He says mostly flash barrier. Cool. How's it going? It's going pretty good. It is a cooler morning than it was yesterday, but it's starting to heat up a little bit. So yeah, second dragon for LYON. Oh, that got a little bit close. There's an extra level which might make the difference here in this fight, but I don't think Broken Blade stays for the kill. Cap's thinking about helping out there. Yeah, it feels like LYON is sneaking the... It feels like there's not been too many mistakes. There's a death apiece, but LYON having the advantage bot lane, they've managed to push that into getting the 2 dragons, right? Okay. So interesting, the positioning, right? The ADC has gone top, and support's also joining. Nivea also bought an item that after having it for 10 minutes, it gives you a full level. Ooh. Is that like an unusual pick in general, or is it something useful to go for, or is it just a more pro league play because it's something unusual to catch them off guard, whereas at most levels it's probably not worth it because a full item is better? If you select ages buy it more commonly. Okay. But yeah, so they traded a tower top versus the tower bottom, didn't they? Usually for heavy mana users, so there are 3 main users, but sometimes other buy it. It's time Ari used to buy it. Just stats on the item are good for her. Okay. So yeah, the gold is still pretty similar, right? Tiny bit in G2's favor, but it's Broken Blade that has that advantage. Vanaer is currently a bit weaker because of money investments, but it plays off in 10 minutes. Okay. How much is the item? Because is the 800 gold advantage for Broken Blade enough to reduce that disadvantage? Yeah, again, there's a bit of a fight stemming. Herald is in 13 seconds, so I think we're going to see a bit of a fight for that. But I think whoever doesn't get the Herald will get the dragon. On it below the info. Oh yeah, the 5 there. So now 5 minutes. Early drakes aren't as important. Basically, only pave the way to the soul. But I guess the danger here is if. Ooh, actually, LYON are very much winning this at the moment. Broken Blade's really low, but they might. Yeah, they got inspired, and Saint feels a bit deep, gets caps, but no, skim onto low as well. Okay, it went 1 to 2 there, and so LYON can now fight the Herald, and that feels no, they're all going back. But I guess G2 have no info on whether they're actually going for the Herald right now. They'll know after a certain amount of time. It was fine, has self-heal, I see. And then gets the second kill. Skimon manages to live, but yeah, he's happy about it. So yeah, they're going for. No, they gave the Herald to G2 effectively and went, yeah, we want the dragon, which I think makes sense, right? Because now they're one off the soul. So I think they really need to. You really need to defend the next dragons. They need to fight each of them. Small detail about the Herald. If you attack it and your team gets it, you have 1 recall that is empowered. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I feel like I'm confused as to why, but yeah, sounds much more useful than nothing. But I feel like the Herald is quite strong because it's kind of a tower that you get, right? You can basically use it, and that's a almost guaranteed tower. That was a really nice nice arrow. I thought that looked like an Ash arrow, but was LYON that sent it. Bit confused there, but that's okay. Tempo is very important, so backing fast or at the right time and getting it. Yeah. Silas steals ultimates. Okay. I was like, that looks like an Ash arrow, but that's definitely not the right team that has the Ash. One of the things I'm noticing with farming a lot more is a ranged character can go and shoot the backline ones because you don't run the risk of the minions stealing the kills. I was trying to bring that into my games, but not very effectively. Obviously, it does run the risk of ending up too far forward. So yeah, stealing ults. It was really nicely, really nicely done. So we have the gold advantage in LYON's favor. We have the dragon advantage. Yeah, I think a lot of you have told me to do that, but actually seeing it in action feels like it's gonna properly commit to memory, and we'll see how that goes in future games. So the gold advantage has reduced with even towers. So they still have the herald, I think. So we have to wait and see. How do these teleporters work? Are they just standardly there? Does it take a character or an ability to activate them? Because I used them in Aram, but I haven't used them in the game itself. My rotation's a little bit like my run back from spawn a little bit slower. Oh, cool. I feel like there's gonna be. I feel like I need to take a relook at basically everything I've reacted to, especially early on, to see exactly what I missed. Like my question of, are they representing some of the characters will be much more obvious, even probably now, but definitely as I continue to play. The dragon caused it. Oh. Okay. So is that one of the like dragon map effects? Okay. LYON is starting to converge on where the dragon's gonna spawn. There's 28 seconds. So they very much need to fight it. Okay, so it's the Hextech map. God, you. So that's a thing to look out for if I notice it, but realistically, probably not hugely relevant to me at this stage. Spawning in the Herald here and not going for a tower. Doing a bit of a loop with it. That feels like it didn't go very well, but I think G2 are going to get forced back off this. Wow. Wow, this feels... Everything is starting to feel... Oh, but they stole it. They got it. They put the wall up and got the smite. Wow. That feels very lucky. I think they did play really well, but that also feels very 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 luck dependent. That flash ult before he went down was big. And so they deny the Dragon Soul and they get a tower alongside it. In fact, and a bit of damage on one of the other towers. Wow. Broken Blade looking to get a jump on someone. A lot of champions can use an ability and flash right after to make it difficult. Throw your charm and then flash on your opponent. Ooh. Okay. It's I think the complexity of Flash there's a bit challenging. Wow. So very lucky for G2, and it feels like it's very much shifted the tides of the game because of it. Short channel before. Okay. So kind of like a animation cancel kind of style. Broken Blade needs to be careful here. But the rest of G2 are coming to help. They didn't have the egg ability there. So that's quite unfortunate. And now they're 4v5 into this Baron fight, and I just don't think it's fully worth committing. Because they must know that all 5 are here. Charge up doesn't hit. Flash, now hit the charge up instantly. Ooh. It's a little bit more complicated than just some kind of animation cancel. They are forcing them back here. Doka could die. No, gets out. Gets the... I think that was barrier. Big fight. Handsummer dies. Skewmon gets one back. Isles pops barrier, I think. Broken Blade is back, so we're back into 4v4 territory, and they're backing up. Wow. So yeah, let's see this. So Skewmon just goes in, gets one, is in this tether, dashes and gets out of it, then TP's back across. Wow. Wow. So again, we're in pretty even territory. Mini gold advantage, but actually they're a tower up. So should LYON get the tower, the gold advantage is completely gone. Hmm. So how do we make progress? That's the big question here, I think. Going back, they do need now. We're once again in fighting the dragon territory again. Prison League abilities often have an initial animation to give a window to punish you. Tier 2 turrets are worth more gold, so it's bigger swing. Oh, they need to be careful. Inspire could die. Oh, so could Broken Blade. Okay, Broken Blade lives, which is great. Broken Blade also has the passive up. Saint's really low. They get one. Caps could get... Okay, no, Saint lives. And Pri gets Lebrov in return for it. Skewmon gets Isles. And we're back to 3v3, but G2 have more HP overall. Skewmon getting aggressive once again. I feel like Skewmon's been the hero for G2 so far. Syndra is special for that reason because her Q has 0 animation. Right. Yeah, because she can move completely and pop the Qs. So they forced them off the dragon, and now the rest of the team's coming back to fight. So it's like we're back to reset, and 5v5 for the dragon once again. Careful, it's already below half HP. Skimon gets out. I think it's going to be... They're going to smite it. Yep, they get the soul. Okay. We're very in line territory now. Wow. Yeah. I think there's a big old advantage here. The gold's in the advantage. They're going to get a tower in return. They're going to have even more of a gold lead. Okay. This is all LYON now. And LYON getting the Baron as well. I think this bit's done. It's not over, but it does feel a bit over. And then the wall really isn't placed well for that. Hexx maps speed up the game. That it does feel like that because they can, after dying, they can go get to wherever quicker, or after recalling. So it's a giant advantage, but it's still turnable, especially with the Elder. Hexx Soul is really strong, so LYON would have to make crazy mistakes. Yeah. So after having the soul, is it worth then also going for the Elder Dragon? Is that an even bigger buff than the soul? Okay. So we're still in territory of ultimately it is still the dragon fight in 4 minutes that's going to be the big game determiner, unless G2 mess up ahead of time. Oh yes, yep, the execute. And that's the temporary buff, right? Like 2-3 minutes? $90 to $120. So a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Okay. So that's where the fight gets determined. So does the Elder spawn as soon as there's someone's got a soul? So G2 could steal it and they wouldn't just get a normal dragon buff, they'd get the Elder buff. Because I guess the concern for sometimes you're behind enough, it's worth doing that so that the Elder spawns and you can just okay. So like giving up that initial fight to then gamble on winning the second fight for the Elder 5 minutes later. Is that how much there's between? For 5 minutes later to get then the the Elder and get the execute to just then have that minute and a half to 2 minutes to just win. Pure gamble. But I guess if you're losing already, rather than putting your fate in the hands of them making a mistake, you can put your fate in the hands of you getting you taking a gamble and putting the play in your own hands. Skimon, oh, really close. The barrier saving things. Lebrov will definitely die there, though. Ooh. Saint lives, just about, but Caps manages to get the flank here. But might even just... Okay. It's close. Yeah, Caps gets the kill. Okay. The kills are still like, the game's still heavily in LYON's favor, but it's a little win there. Hmm. It's been a rough first game, hasn't it? Oh, okay. Well, we need to look towards the look towards the next game. I guess another one of the questions is in terms of like the champion picks, is this the expected results after the draft? Or would we be expecting things to be expecting things to be a bit more even? Or was there an advantage already in that after the draft for this map in particular? Regular Hextech gives haste and attack speed. Ability haste, that is. Okay, cool. And is ability haste cooldown based? So, dragon spawns in 8 seconds. This is the last real chance. Someone had to do more early because Jarvan doesn't scale well. Okay. The flank, they get the fight going early. That's the first kill for LYON. That's the second. That's the third. You know, the revive is there. Not that it's really going to make a difference. And I think this is it. There we go. I think that's map 1. Would have liked a more offensive bot lane, but not seen very often. Every 100 ability haste halves QWER. Yeah, GG's everyone. That is game number 1. Even if they somehow manage to stop this here, it's back to... It wouldn't change much, would it? So yeah, game 1. Wow. That felt a little bit more like some of the games we were seeing yesterday, where it was just small advantages, a little bit of a flip from a certain point, but ultimately not too many mistakes there. It doesn't feel like. A lot of power picks out, so it should be more fun. Hans can't play Ezreal either. So it'll be it'll be interesting to watch where the draft goes from this point. So are we feeling it's going to be really down to how the drafts go that determines this? Or otherwise? Hans can't play the Ezreal either. So I don't know if she'd be happy about. Yeah. So that is that's map 1. What was quite cool that we saw, and that I think I picked up on more, is when people were actually using barriers. Oh, now stop my timer and reset it. When people were using barriers, when people were using flashes, I feel like I was picking up a little bit more on. I had the question I asked was, are we looking at basically the draft is going to determine how these games go, or are we in a position where it will likely be quite even still with the drafts? I imagine draft probably determines most games, to be honest, but I imagine the better teams can push through those drafts. Maybe I'll stop the timer at 40 seconds so I'm not waiting at the start as long. I'm ready for us to completely miss the timer again, but yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, then otherwise it was quite glad I managed to recognize the the Ash arrow being altered from not Ash, so that did confuse me, but that was quite cool. Take a look at the replay here. Yeah, this big fight, and it just, this was where LYON just went in, managed to completely change the game there, getting the soul there, and that was the point where it just the game just shifted. They had that little bit after they managed to steal the first soul. But from that point onwards, it was a bit more difficult. When uses for barriers: 1 to survive, 2 in all 2v2 bot lane, 3 to save HP and win a trade early. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Like, they sit around with the coach looking at the screens. What do we do wrong? What do we need to do? I find that so cool. I feel like you don't really see that in Valorant. Very possible. I think the drafts are literally going to be quite equal with a small edge to one side or the other, but it's all about execution. Unless you're completely out draft, it's all fair. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna just be G2 just need to play better. We need them to lock in. That's what that's what I think we need. Whoever said it would be very G2 to lose to lose to the NA team. No, go away. Stop that prediction. Don't be right. I don't want to I don't want to see that. Ooh. So, I guess we could also talk about what do we reckon we'll see? Like, this hasn't been the best of starts. I feel like we're starting to see our chances of going the whole way a little bit fall a little bit, but it's never over. So that's why in regular league draft doesn't matter at all until ranks like Emerald. You have 5 counters and lose because you don't play them well or coordinated. Yeah, I feel like because well, you guys have recommended, and I imagine the general consensus is you have enough characters in your or champions in your locker that you can always play something you're comfortable with. I think in Valorant at the moment, it feels much easier to one trick, which I feel like I like to a point, but also I do feel like Valorant different agents feel much more different than they do in League. Maybe that's a rogue thing, but because there's so many characters in League, you get a big mix of characters that can do functionally very similar things. Whereas, yeah, but I guess that's also the case in Valorant. Maybe I'm just talking out my my backside here. You just wanted to give LYON a bit of candy. We're good. Give them a chance. Give them some hope. I heard that's the T1 strategy. Oh. In Valorant, I just played Viper everywhere because I find it cool and fun, even if she sucked. Yeah, I feel like Viper Molly's always felt really strong. And on maps where some maps you really, really want a Viper because the wall's just so good. But on maps where Viper's not the meta pick, the walls can do more interesting things than some of the other agents. But also I do think that, yeah, maybe this is also the case for League, but I feel like in Valorant, meta is important, but it's not that important. Because if you're just better, you can win. But I guess, yeah, Valorant, you just have the raw gunplay to fall back on, whereas I guess in League you don't. But then there's much more variation between what you can do with your characters and how you can work together as a team. Whereas in Valorant, it's just if one team shoots better, GG. Like, as long as the util isn't completely useless. Oh yeah, I guess that's another. When has the EWC for League happened already, or is that coming up? If you get a headshot, you can use a local citizen and not an agent to win Valor matches. Yeah. It's kind of the Raider approach, really. It's just you're just basically there for the gunfights, and then you happen to also be able to heal off the back of it, so you have an advantage into. Well, you remove any disadvantage for getting hit. The advert for the chair, though, I find was quite funny. Yes, it's the fact that I can adjust my armrest that means I win. Okay, maybe I don't say that. Secret Lab, if you want to give me a chair, go for it. So I'll chuck this up as well. Now that I've actually looked over and remembered. Yeah, there we go. So we have a few more minutes before the next map. I feel like I should talk about where things are in with the channel. As always, the arcade is coming announcement. In the case of today, I have a bit of a different message. I'm looking at getting an editor. I think it'll take the hardest bit of content at the moment for me to make into the easiest one. And I do find editing the arcane videos completely soul destroying. It's like I sit there and I'm like, I think with some editing it can be quite fun because you're making creative decisions, you're making something feel better to watch, feel more flowy. Whereas with arcane, I'm editing it so that it passes the copyright filter, which feels really rough. It feels really, really rough because I'm like, I want this to stay in, but I know it can't. And you just have this back and forth with, has this passed copyright? No. Has this passed? Has this passed? So yeah, I'm looking into it. Hopefully I can have it within the next kind of week or so done. And it might also make the videos feel a little better, a little bit higher quality, but yeah, that'll be that. So that's my well, daily at this point, daily arcane update. But yeah, then for the bridging the gap part, the YouTube documentary on how they made it, I think we shouldn't have problems with that in terms of copyright. So I'll keep as much as possible with that, and it'll feel more like the other reactions on the channel. But yeah, that's my update for you all. Right, we're getting to the draft soon. What are you all expecting we're gonna see? What kind of characters? What kind of what rogue picks are we gonna get from Broken Blade? What kind of what kind of counterplay for the other bits? Personally, boycott EWC. Don't like Saudi washing off traditional sports and esports. Yeah, I can very much see that. I think my always view of it was if there's a team you quite like in it, it feels more like supporting a team. But I do think it's probably not so good for the space. But I do also know that esports in general struggle with things on the financial side, and something like the EWC, not really optimal, but it does give those teams a better opportunity, I guess, to be sustainable, because I feel like it's so often that you hear about teams shutting down and things similar to that. But that's my kind of take on it. Caitlyn and Mages are really high priority right now. Broken Blade Mundo would be crazy. That's the guy with like 1 million HP that we saw come out of I don't remember who it was. But yeah. Okay, so we're into this. Here we go. I guess also a question is, do either of these teams have a particularly deeper champion pool than the others? Like, if it goes the distance, is there an advantage either way, or does it just become such chaos at that point that it's like really not important? Watch G2 matches there, despite having cool matches. Feels bad supporting the event. Yeah. G2 plays way more picks. Okay, so little bit of an advantage for something going a distance. So Varus is the character I played, right? With the arrow that you charge up and it goes a further distance. Is that a character to consider bringing into our proper champion pool? We've got Caitlyn and Ashe at the moment that are that form the proper core for it. Need a bot lane from G2 that is stronger early. If it's about champion pool, G2 as always. Kind of talked about as the team. Oh, connection issues. Hopefully this fixes itself. Are we okay? Are we alive? I'm hoping we're alive. He's difficult, bit of nuance. Okay, not worth it. That's all right. I'm really hoping that this freezing isn't too much of an issue. Okay, we should be okay. So, yeah, okay. Hopefully it fixes itself. I was earlier doing an upload, but I managed to stop it. We seem to be alive, I hope. Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it decides to be nice. But yeah. Thanks for the patient, everyone. 6-0 bot. So are Ziggs and Naught a little bit flexible characters for where they could play? Okay. 6 can go mid, Naught only support. Okay. Cassiopeia? I think that's the name of that character. It's going to be 6 bot for sure. Okay. What's been played mid, but in this meta would be surprised. Only 6 really. This should be support. Okay. So, a character we have played in Varus, but not in Varus. But yeah, not sure we're gonna get too much in the way of info. Almost purely a jungle, a little weak. A support, a little weak in jungle, and was only really played mid in MSI 2023. I mean, they could be going for a re-pioneer, but I imagine they want to be probably a bit safer. Strat for G2 will be to let Nautilus roam more than usual. 6 is good at playing alone. Okay. If we're... What would be my... What should I be looking out for? In the same way that I go into each game with a goal in mind to look out for what kind of plays and what kind of what mechanics I'm trying to focus on. What would be one of like the key things I want to look out for that could help me, I guess, learn the most? Whether that be maybe taking a look at specifically the ADC positionings, or Mid positionings. Am I looking for flash usages, barrier usages? So it was a pick mid because they matched it with Nidalee, the hardest jungle to play in the game. Skimon doesn't play it. Imagine if Panther goes support and Naught goes top. So are we in a little bit rogue picks here right now? Look at how the ADC is positioned to farm without being jumped on. Damage ratio of AD to AD. Okay. Farming minions. Okay, that's what we'll focus on. That's an Ari coming through. That's a character I've seen before, or played before rather. No one will play barrier here. Okay. How far ADCs stay back in fights. Okay. We'll try our best to look out for that. G2 is going to make this game slow. They're not going to interact much. Okay. So hoping to get a small advantage and keep building on that is the kind of play for them. Don't push too much. Be a bit careful. Broken Blade on Yasuo. Oh. I mean, he has a blade, doesn't he? Classic counter to Gnar, and it's fun to watch. Against T1, this didn't work. Okay, perfect. Now I need to get ready to start the timer. I've got it a little bit earlier than where I've had it previously. And then we can go. Scale up and win later. So, top lane will be the bits to fun, the fun bit to see. Broken Blade comes from Riven. Riven's the one I unlocked for because it was the most expensive, I think. Okay, where is our timer? 18 seconds. So I need to wait for that to hit 40 and then I can click through and we'll be back to watching. There we go. That should be nicely synced. Against T1 it worked for G2. Give Broken Blade last pick so he can shine. It basically won them the series. I see. Let's... Feels like this bot fight is a little bit more aggressive than what we see. Like they're a lot closer to each other than I've seen otherwise. I guess maybe they prepared to fight against the Yasuo. Always stay out of each other's attack range. It's because they have melee support. Oh. Is that common? Are there a lot of melee supports or? Right. Need to be careful for Skimon there. Okay. First blood already. That's a nice start. They cancel the recall there, but Ooh, that didn't go so well. Okay, 2-1, but Skimon could die. Ooh, that was really close. That was really, really close. Okay. I don't think I've really played with melee supports yet. So you guys were saying it was going to be a bit slower, but they went full aggression to begin with, I think. Pantheon E, it makes him vulnerable in one direction. So, gotta hope you don't get it in the right direction. They could go for Saint here. Sumon's in a really good position to force this fight. Caps is a little bit low going into this, so it needs to be a bit careful, I think. Okay, fight ends. They're going back. Caps also probably needs to go back because of the health, but we'll probably go for this wave and then go back. Is that the play? Yes, okay. So have a bit of space. Even if you're low, you know you won't be fought, so you can clear the wave and then move on. Hansummer feels like they have really far range. In lower ranks, people play less melee supports because it's scarier to play melee. Yeah, I found it really, really difficult. Sport Kararakon, in my opinion, is one of the most fun. Your enemy Lickner was gone, so could stay for a few more seconds. Yeah, I think that's the bit I miss. I don't have the balance. Oh, but this is a bit rough. Broken Blade dies here probably. The barrier there gets the kill on Inspired. Okay, gets the that getting the kill there really saved that from being a bad situation. 575. Caitlyn is 650. That feels like such a close play, but Skimon dying so quickly there was rough. Yeah, but it almost ended up basically 2-for-0. Like Broken Blade managing to get the one there. Oh, but Broken Blade dying again here. Oh. And isn't Yasuo the counter pick here? It's a mistake, yeah. So yeah, advantage is in Lion's favor there. We expected the top lane, right, to be the one where G2 had the advantage, but actually the bottom lane has gone better than the top lane so far. Okay, this is a big fight as well. Oh, G2 are really on the back foot here, taking a lot more damage. Labrov could die. Wow. This is. Do LYON normally look this good? I feel like this is a little bit crazy. We're giving them a second bit of candy, right? That's what we're doing. And they go and get they get grubs. Are they grubs? I think they're grubs. Hmm. Seemed quite reasonable at the start, but Inspired did so much damage there. And then 4 of them arrive. Mine is a European jungler. That's why they're good. Wow. This is going to be a bit tough, I think. Got some work to do. At least G2 get the Drake, which is a nice bonus. At least they have that side going for them. Kind of really good. They have really strong champs and play them well here. G2 did better really early, but top got behind. Yeah. Which is almost like the opposite of what we were expecting going in. Or maybe I'm completely reading this, seeing this very wrong. I think what G2 did really well against T1, and that game was so exciting, or that series rather was so exciting because of it, was just the chaos happening and both teams kind of thriving in that chaos. Oh my god, it's happening everywhere. It feels like G2 are just taking all the wrong fights. No, it's not fine. That was brutal. Like it just feels like there's enough of any fight G2 goes for. Is this just an information advantage? Because it feels like lines are always where they need to be, whereas G2 go into a fight thinking they have the advantage, and actually there's more players for LYON there waiting for them. Well, I think they saw they were at a bit of a disadvantage and thought, no, we're better and we can claw it back right now, and it just hasn't gone well for them. Objectives are both a fair bit of time away. Yeah. Okay. We're back now in the. Is there much in the way of level advantages at the moment? 10 versus 9, 8, 8, 10 versus 9, 9, 9, 5, 5. So a little bit on the level route as well. But I feel like we were, like, after seeing Broken Blade's game 2 days ago, Broken Blade just feels a little bit diffed at the moment, which is unfortunate. Now getting 2v1 here, might even get jumped on the tower. They're thinking about it. They're doing it. And it just has no space. Oh, that's really brutal. Wow. It does just feel that they're a bit stuck on that front. So tower now 2 objectives. We've got Dragon coming back in 35 seconds. Need to see whether that's gonna make a difference. G2 have more control over that space right now, but I do imagine LYON are going to try and fight for it. In terms of quests, LYON are just ahead with just getting the jungle quest done. It's always been a meme. He will hit his power spike at the 10 death mark. So is Broken Blade playing more for a later game? I mean, definitely behind here, but is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Okay, and that is second Drake to G2. Jungle Quest is pretty important because it increases smite damage from 1,000 to 1,400. Fights around objectives still be in G2 favor if Handsummer can poke them well. Ziggs not let LYON force it. Not really. G2 had too much control. Second Dragon's massive. Yeah, it feels like that's something back in the advantage, but just the gold is so far in LYON's hands. Okay, quest now 4 for 4, so that's pretty even as well. It's just the kill difference and the level difference that comes as a result. Handsummer is ahead of Berserker in terms of level, but gold is still in Berserker's favor. LYON get the Herald. So if you only got 50%, you get 100%. Okay. So with the right items that get you that get that build is required, really, because that's the part of the kit that's advantage. Okay, so is the G2 play stall and just keep getting dragons? And so even with a gold and level deficit, the fight becomes, well, we have dragons, so you're screwed. Is that the goal here? Broken Blade gets jumped again, dies. Lebrov dies 2 under tower. Oh, that's another one of those swings. Looking to get their items and win later on. Dragons help with stalling. Okay. Is this where you want to end up? Okay, with Skimond and Lebrov. 3v3 this is going to be. But they've been losing a lot of the team fights. I think it's a bit too risky. The tower's going to go down here, I imagine. Four of them here. Could go and try and fight for it. Well, it's going to be 5v5. Drake or Dragons in 1 hour, 1 minute 20. Yeah, the thing I'm seeing more and more of is, in my mind, I'm sat there trying to farm minions, and I just want to be constantly shooting, because in my mind that's what leads to more minions dying. But actually, what's more important is getting the last hit. If I cause 50 minions to die but don't get the last hit, I might as well get the last hit on like 25 and play it that way instead. Okay. Amount of minions is limited by how many spawn, not by how many die. Yeah. So it doesn't, yeah, the speed of killing them isn't that important, really. Okay. The gold advantage is now at 6k. The dragon is up, but they're not looking towards fighting it. In fact, the fight's going to be more more top rather. Dragon worth gold is worth about 500 gold of stats for each player, so 2,500 in total. Benefit different than more than others. I gotta grab some. G2 better be in the lead before I return. We can hope. LYON going for the dragon here, and G2 are just letting them. So that's going to cut away what the little advantage they do have. Herald going for the mid lane. That'll be the first tower done there as well. All of the first towers are gone. Oof. I don't want to say it's over, but I think this match is done. I feel like the advantage just keeps growing. 12 kills against 4. Scary, scary, scary. So they got a tower there. So they did manage to get inspired, actually. Maybe I read this fight completely wrong. So they got inspired, but they went 1-for-1, which is good, I guess. But from behind, 1-for-1 doesn't feel as useful. So they die 5 more times and then they get a comeback. Yeah, is that 5 already? Shutdown bonus gold. So are certain kills then, if a player's doing really well, is a certain kill worth more gold than others? Something I've not seen, or probably have seen, but completely disregarded the information. Okay. So yeah, there is advantages. The Baron is up, but they're all leaving it. If you're doing well, you're worth a bounty called a shutdown. See extra gold they give. Champion icons down in the middle. And now gives 620. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, above their icons there. So it's kind of a catch-up mechanic. From behind, 1-for-1 is good because you get equal or more gold. And the more gold in the game, the less, yeah, okay. Spider shut down, traded. See more players ahead. Defeating them gives bonus gold. Okay. So yeah, it's like a mini one of the catch-up mechanics of the game. So it's not just the total gold they're worth, it's extra on top of what you'd normally get. Okay. The dragon is back in a minute 20, and I feel like that's where the next big fight is going to come. How the level's doing, Broken Blade 2 levels behind. Skimond 1. Caps is a level ahead. So is Handsummer. And so is Labrov. So the level's feeling a little bit more even overall. But yeah. Also, if you've died several times in a row, you're worth less gold. Okay. So like me in all of my draft games. Killed they get 941 gold. That is a lot. That's a lot. Oh, big fight happening. Yeah, all of G2 are here. But also all of LYON are about to arrive. Okay, first kill goes to LYON. No, goes to G2 killing Isles. So the dragons just arrived. Broken Blade needs to be careful. HP is not great on that front. Doka gets back. And more damage going on the dragon, and they're giving it up. Are they going to go for the Baron as a counterplay? Okay, this was a big moment. The gold gap is closing, and they're now 2 souls ahead, which you guys said was worth 2,500 in stats. So technically, in terms of stats, they're ahead, but I imagine it's less impactful. I feel like the bigger thing is the soul, right? Okay. So their play basically is stall until the next dragon, kill the dragon, and that's going to completely turn the tides. They're even going to go and contest the Baron, I think. Okay, this will be interesting. So the soul will be the Earth soul, right? Is that, if I had to guess, Earth feels like it would benefit Broken Blade most. Earth feels like a more melee character based thing. Mountain Soul gives resistance and a shield. So it's going to super help them with survivability. Big shield every few seconds out of combat. Good resistances. Okay. A lot of the LYON players are going back. I think they're going to just go for the Baron. That's what it looks like. It's less about waiting for LYON to fight it and to deal with it. I feel like they're just going to go for it themselves, or make LYON think they're going for it. Benefits Labrov the most, helps defend from the team from a poke strategy. Right, so is there more of a play also to work towards the Elder? They put themselves at risk of the steal of it, but ooh. Okay, this is a fight. Doka might die. Yeah, I think Doka's gone. So that's another one of these pluses here. We're starting to the tides are turning. That's worth a ton of gold, right? Probably like 1,000 of something. And does that? Who gets the gold? If it goes to Broken Blade, we might be in a spot where Broken Blade might have the items he needs to be fully powered. But yeah, G2 look like they're gonna very real chance of them getting it. I think Inspired is gonna try and steal. Can Smite go that far? Or are they gonna flash over and Smite? Okay, but no, the big fight. Labrov dead. This actually got a lot worse. There should have been 4v5 at this fight. Broken Blade dies too. Two of them dies. Inspired gets taken back, but revives. Oh, that did not go well. That did not go well at all. You know, it was starting to look better, but now they just push on. Everyone's on a timer except Labrov. Next after Labrov will be 30 seconds. I don't think he'll be able to hold much. Yeah, I think they might have it. Look at how much damage they're doing. Labrov dead, and there it is. 2-0. Oh, it's not the best of starts. Wow. Where do we put the reverse sweep at the odds now? I think it's quite unlikely. Maybe I'm a curse. Maybe the second I've decided to support a team, it's gone to it's messed up. No more candies. There's no more candies to give. Oh. I mean, it feels like that stemmed from the top fight, right? Maybe again. We can hope. I guess the plus is if we somehow manage to bring this to a... This feels like quite a difference. If we can manage to get to go the whole way to the 5th game, the map pulls deep, the champion pulls deeper, you guys said, but second Chinese team this MSI. Okay. We need to see. We need to hope. We need to... Well, I feel like if they win this one, then the motivation will be there again. Crazy picks, huh? Is that the play here? Need to stop my timer, actually, reset it, get it up to maybe 40 seconds again. I think that's reasonable, and see from there. Okay. Yeah, we need some big some big shifts here, or there's going to be big trouble. So, and this was the counter pick, right? The Yasuo was supposed to counter pick the Null, the Nam, the whoever it was, whatever the other top player was playing. Hard winning draft now. Yeah, this is rough. This is I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know what our best best option is. One thing I really should check is what time is the game tomorrow? It is. This hasn't gone well at all. Nah. Okay. Surprised them on teleport. Still had mag. Yeah, in that first fight, and then kind of the advantage snowballed from then. I want to be here. So is tomorrow at 9 o'clock for me again. Okay, same time, and then the finals earlier, isn't it? 7 a.m. for me. That's doable. We'll survive. But yeah, we're really close now. Final is on Sunday. How am I liking MSI? I've been really enjoying it. I think the first series I saw was definitely my favorite. And I think for very good reason. It was incredible to watch. But yeah, now we're in the mud a little bit, because now it's like, okay, I have G2 and T1, whichever one wins, I want to they're the one I'd like to see go as far as possible. And now well, look at us now. In fact, I should update my text, as much as I'd not like to. Not 32, god, that would be bad. But yeah, so it's not going the best, but you know what? We're here for it. We're here for the fun. We're here for the exciting games, and that's all we can ask. How am I feeling right now? Fine. A little bit hot. It's 30 degrees in this room, but well, we'll survive. We'll hope. Just needs to lock in again. We believe in the reverse sweep. That we do. I haven't seen a reverse sweep, but gonna pray and hope that that they manage it some way and somehow. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. just gotta hope and pray a little bit. G2 got this in the bag easy. I'm not sure they do. No, I believe easy. We gave them their candies for this so far. We'll see them do this. Yeah. Yeah, where do you guys put the odds at the start? I was seeing 65-35, 70-30 for G2. I imagine we're at least flipped on that, if not more. But no, we believe clutch factor. They're gonna do it. They beat T1. They've absorbed the T1 clutch ability, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it right now. It's gonna be insane. Watch this be a 3-0. No, we'll be fine. We'll do it. Okay. But yeah, otherwise, I guess a 3-0 means I can play a couple of games, but mostly I want to see the reverse sweep. Be very depressed games. I guess also, where do we put the likelihood of seeing a Caitlyn pick? We saw Ashe already, which was fun to see. I feel like we didn't get to see a huge amount of Ashe. I feel like the best ult that we saw was from not the Ashe and from the enemy Sylas, was it? That can take the enemy ultimates. But regardless, hopefully we're in for a treat of 3 games, 3 wins from now to take us to map 5. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Sylas value I wouldn't have noticed, but that ult, getting a solid connection and getting them a kill with the Ashe ult felt a little bit insane. So yeah, 2 minutes away. I never know what to talk about in this bit between. At the start, there was so much like magic because I didn't know, didn't really know much about hello brain much about what was happening, and so I had so many questions that I feel like as we're going, I'm getting a little bit more understanding. What I do think I'm picking up most from this is the kind of concept of the macro game a bit. The bit I need to hone in more on is where ADC in particular ends up going, and then what that ultimately means for my own play. Ashe ult scales with AP, which she doesn't build, and Sylas does build. So a different character using someone else's ult doing better than the original. What is this game? It's been rough. It's been a rough start, hasn't it? It seemed so dominant. Like there've been a little bit of early advantages from G2, and then it just goes out the window. And the advantages haven't been where we'd expect from G2. You're back. It's it's not really gone much better. So we've got some work to do. Early game is run by jungle and support, creating early numbers advantages and winning fights. Then later, ADC will have more impact. Did she lose to a team that is here because they beat Brazil and Oceania? Holy frick, so mad. Yeah, it is a little bit brutal. I think also the thing I need to pick up on more is, I think in Swift play, I've had much more earlier advantages on the G2 fans won the rock paper scissors, so G2 wins. I'm not, you know what? No, we trust in the fans. They win, that means we win. So GG in that front. But yeah, I think the thing I need to pick up on more is I take some early fights. I think a bit too many early fights and die a bit too much. And that just cuts my advantage. So later on, when taking those fights would have more advantage for me, it would mess me up. This W is Vietnam, not Oceania. Yeah, LYON had an easy way here. G2 had a hard one. I mean, just the back-to-back world champions in the last game is quite the battle and quite the achievement. Spider's a traitor and the rest are imports. Okay, it's time for the draft. Vi banned once again. And Vi's great in jungle, right? That's what I remember. I feel like she's the one you see, and along with Nocturne, banned so often. That's what I've been picking up on here. Joker and ours are both NA, and Spider's Polish. The others are Korean. I know in Valorant there's the one import rule, but I guess for the case of this, more imports is more valuable because I feel like some of the regions don't really have as much of a chance, it feels. I'll be back at the end of the game. If they lose, I'm going to lose it. Well, so will all of us. We'll have lost. In League, it's a 2 import rule. Okay. Depends who you fight. It's very matchup dependent. Yesterday against Zeri, for example, she almost always does not damage, or does more damage. I was Australian. Current players have NA residency, so they don't count. I've got you. Okay, it's a lost. Broken Blade J. Oh no. So we've got a bit of a rough start. You know, maybe he'll turn around and cook with it. That's the hope. That's what we've got to do. Yeah, maybe they are trying to bait it out and make a later impact. We're seeing Syndra. It's not been that at all. Oh no. Oh, but we are seeing a Caitlyn. But why are you on the other team? No. Most of the time as ADC, have to follow the lead of your support. Especially if support is melee. Really strong, but really hard to play. Syndra's a bit of a counter. Okay, that's a nice bonus the way back. Hmm. Caitlyn Bard is good because Bardot stuns makes everyone he hits invulnerable, which can then be trapped. Okay. I'm hearing the casters talking about a Mel ban. Is that gonna help them a lot? Caitlyn Bard is really strong. G2 now knows what they're facing, so they can plan well for it. Okay. What are the picks gonna be? Tinder currently can also flex bottom. Trundle the orc we saw in one of the cinematics? Okay, we've got the picks. What does this look like now? Are we in trouble? Has this gone bad? Hard bottom lane. Man, I hate that I'm gonna have to watch. Gonna have to cheer for the Caitlyn to struggle. Hmm. So how do we feel with this? Are we okay? Are we gonna survive? G2 pick their lanes in order. Thunder and Torres, it's good. Otherwise, not a huge fan. Not the Olaf. These two has solid damage to kill Olaf, but they can't be far behind. Line has strong early champs. Okay. So is this somewhat even, or are we in trouble? We need at least even in all lanes, ideally ahead in top and mid. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. So once we get to 41 seconds, I'll get this playing. We can see from there. Okay, timer, synced. We'll go. Trundle pick isn't very valuable because there is no tank on G2. Okay. All depends on the early game. Expected that Jace goes ahead top and Caitlyn goes ahead bot, but the rest is up to gameplay. Okay. Well, let's see. How do they do? Okay, early fight going through. The Caitlyn's a bit low, but seems okay so far. So both are on lethal tempo. Is that the one that I was using? Okay, this is the part where things get scary. Oh, that's not the start. That's not the start we needed at all. Hmm. It's not a good start. That is not a good start. Bard got the kill. Okay. So the gold doesn't go towards the Caitlyn items or the jungler. I had found an unexpected angle. Yeah. Okay. So that's probably something quite prepared with doing those two camps, then going into that flank there. Pushing forward a little bit. Broken Blade doing quite a bit of damage here. Yep. That's almost a kill. That's unfortunate. Okay. Whew. Stun there with the QE. Oh no, not again. I think, yeah. Oh. This is tough. Hmm. This is tough. Bard takes the kills again. True. So at least the advantage isn't too much, because we saw with the T1 game, Pays got unbelievably scary on that Caitlyn, and it was once Pays had that full item set. Hmm. Okay. Good damage from Broken Blade again. Okay. Hmm. I feel like I just want to see the perspective of the Caitlyn, just see what they're doing, see what they're how they're treating this. They seem so far back, like really far back, which is obviously everything you guys have been telling me and everything I've been trying to do, but I just need to really have that chord in my brain. Broken Blade is only slightly ahead. Caps is doing well. Mid bot lane is losing harder than the solo lanes are winning. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. We're getting into objective territory, right? The dragon's up. LYON have the space, mostly. Hunsummer getting bodied again. Skewmon saves. Okay, really, really good from Skewmon there, saving them. And gets the kill. Trades his life for it. And ooh, the Caitlyn got the kill there. Berserker did. Oh, and Cap's gonna get bodied. That's the problem with Syndra, right? No movement. That's the flash and doesn't do enough. Which means Broken Blade can make some distance topside. Has an ability that can deal damage to the tower, but now it's 2v1. The Caitlyn's ended up topside, which feels insane. And the range of the Caitlyn is going to be a big problem here. Can he get away? Ooh, that misses. But yeah, tower kills. Oof. That's unfortunate. The Caitlyn swapping up to the top there was crazy. Okay, but they get one back in return by the Grubs. Dokler lives with the tower. We're getting... We're behind. We're not as behind as we could be. It's not great. Caitlyn now has 2 kills. Starting to stack up items as well. The thing is, I think I'm again in a position where if LYON win, I want LYON to win the whole thing. I really like the idea of the underdog regions doing better. And they are playing really good, it feels. Not that I'd really know, but we saw G2 against T1 world champions, and it was really close, but some of the games felt really dominant for G2. Whereas here, LYON just seemed better. One kill goal difference so far, but no more kills for Rising Caitlyn, please. So that's what we've got to look out for. Yeah, Caitlyn is so far back and not going for any damage really in that. I'd be there thinking I need to stay at the top of my range, getting a bit of damage through, but actually, rather than waste the abilities for kills that aren't going to happen, might as well just intimidate at the top of my range. He needs to win for your pick'ems. Won't be able to actually get this fight through. Keps goes back. Caitlyn sitting under the tower. The dragon is still up. No one got it, which feels a little bizarre to me. LYON are going for it. They need to... Do they have info? Yeah, they get it. That's unfortunate. I guess it's a question of can they get the kills on them as they go back? They might find... Yeah, Inspired doesn't get the recall off. Still can't get the recall off. Getting cancelled out of it. But Isles is here to mess this up. Skimon needs to live, or that's a really rough ability to hit. Hansummer's gone forward to help. They might die. Can Caps do anything? No. Oh, it's every... Feels like every engagement is going slightly in LYON's favor, or a lot in LYON's favor, because there's 2 kills. You know, the benefit is Berserker's not here, so can't get the kills. But they just are playing better. Which is... I mean, as someone who doesn't know much about the game, it is really cool to see. A shame it's for LYON and not G2, but yeah, it's... This does show. And then they catch them there. Ooh. Oh boy. It's almost cooked. G2 can come back but the spirits are broken. Let's take a look at the actual players themselves. So we're looking at Hans Summer here. Labrov seems fine. Doesn't seem terrified. This is honestly worse than Master Solo Queue from G2. What are they doing? I think they're a bit broken. They came off the high of beating T1 and thought probably went into this thinking it would be easier than it is. And some are blocking the Caitlyn ult on Skewmon. Looks a little broken, I'll be honest. Caps does not look the most motivated. So, what are the win conditions here? Obviously, being able to grab like a million objectives would be ideal. Ooh, can Broken Blade? No, he'll get to the tower too quickly. There's some minions under the tower, but I'm not sure he'll manage the kill here. Caps is the only hope of this game. Okay. So we just need the Syndra build to really pay off. Skewmon is very emotional. Okay. Gotta be careful. Gotta be really careful. I think this is a fight that's not going to go well. Are you really fighting that? They're backing up. There's 4 of them here, which is the problem. Oh, but it is 4v4 in this spot. Caps could flank Caitlyn here. It's just very scary, right? There's the ult. Put the barrier up to basically negate the damage there. That's an interesting option that I didn't think about. I'd feel bad to be caught a couple of times so G2 get some gold and control back. Yeah. I mean, ideally, some miracle kill on the Caitlyn would be great. That's so much gold that they'd gain back in their direction. If they get 1 win, I imagine they will get a second as well. And you guys were saying that their character pool was deeper, or their champion pool was deeper. So if we end up in a game 5, Lebrov would have a much better draft phase going on. This is 3v4 with tower. Caitlyn's arriving late, which is a bit scary. They'll get the tower here. Okay, bit more gold back in the direction with the dragon spawning, and they have that space now. So they could get the dragon here. They'll get a tower in return, but they will get the dragon. Okay. The gap's closing again. 1.2 gold isn't 1.2k gold isn't too bad. But it's still the Caitlyn that's scary. Still only 2 kills for the Caitlyn, which is better. But there's another ult. Barrier is not up for Caps. No, Caps doesn't have barrier. Okay. Gold difference 1.8k, which is back in 1.6 now. Still not too much. It's not like the crazy 5k that went flip-flop earlier, but still not small. Okay. Not actually fighting the Herald here. They're going back. They could even go for it. Is that a line of traps there from the Caitlyn? How many does it stack up to is the real question. Their Caitlyn went Collector first, right? Which is something I haven't been doing. That's interesting to see. And 2 like greeny blue potions, also haven't seen. I've only played with the health potions, really. It's cheaper. And then just got Infinity Edge, so that's the scary item. So went Collector into Berserker Boots and then into Infinity Edge. Kitten Trap starts 3 max stacks, rises to 4 in level 3, and 5 at the level 5 of the ability. Got you. LYON want to win early and Collect is good early. I see. Because I've been playing Hexo, whatever it's called. Which actually maybe if I'm going down that line, I just need to focus even more on playing safer, even if that means giving up a bit of advantage by the tower. I think that's the bit I miss in my own games, the safety play. Okay, Baron is coming in. Refill pot, one of the best early items. 2 charges of slightly weaker potion than red, but it refills every time you base. Usually you max Q by level 9 and max W by level 13. Collector is good into not tanky teams, and Hex is better into tankier teams. If there was one to pick just in general, like I don't really have a good read on what's a tankier team and what's not. Are either of them better overall? Or like on average, I guess. Because I think at this stage, my approach to items should really be just one shoe fits all for the time being. Hex stat wise is better, but I think the stats would be close. Okay. Collector better for Q and R, Hex better for autos. Okay. So yeah, probably just go. Yeah, it's just whichever that is ever so slightly better, I could just make my default to go for. Okay. Herald here, that probably finishes the tower. There it is. So yeah, pushing the advantage a little bit. The gold's still not that big different, but this is where a big fight's going to happen, right? The dragon here. Yeah, what I have been doing is just going Hex and just leaving it as is. So nice to see that it's ever so slightly better, and we'll just stick with that. Oh, this is... LYON are actually really low here. Isles dies. Skumond goes back in response. Labrov is really low. But LYON are the ones that keep the space. Berserker got that kill, which is scary. Killing Berserker would be fantastic. That's 540 extra gold. But, yeah. Right, I see. But I guess it would be just a case of each patch then figuring out, okay, are we going to change the build options? But yeah, Skumon did really well going in and getting a kill, but going 1-for-1, but ultimately losing the space here is a bit rough. And Caitlyn being the one to get the kill also doesn't help things. Mine could get Drake because G2's jungle is dead. True, but they just don't have that space. It feels like the fight's going for the Baron instead. So Caps died, and they just don't have the the bodies here to make this happen. Hmm. Okay, here it goes. Skewon doing so much damage with that jump in, but dies once again. Yeah, they did get the dragon. I don't remember when they got it, but yeah, two dragon buffs to one. Just started watching. This has been crazy. Like LYON have seemed so good. Oh, Broken Blade is not happy. Isles gets out. Hmm. Yeah, I probably do actually have. I probably do have more time watching. What I'm really liking that I'm gaining from this is I don't think I'm getting too much from like individual plays, but I'm getting more of an idea of like the macro play. So yeah, the Baron is still up. They can't really. I don't think G2 have much in the way of contesting it. The middle tower actually is quite low, so that's a bit of a way of closing in the gold gap. It's just the Caitlyn's scary. If they kill the Caitlyn, that's so much gold back in the way, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying my best to drag things in and just. I think everything I've done really on the channel, I try to understand as much as possible. But equally, without having the chat here to answer literally all of my questions that I, as of when I have them, we'd be nowhere, wouldn't we? Okay. Cap's throwing just the E over there to try and get the stun. It did miss, but something I recognize as well. Cool. From where we are, which champions are going to get scarier as we get more and more towards the late game? Cinder has to go Rocket Belt Mages to avoid Bard ult, but that means her damage is lower. Caitlyn and Yunara, so the ADCs. So are we really looking at the matchup between those two as we go in? Syndicate Yunara get very scary. Oh, Broken Blade might die here. Okay, gets out. Was that a flash? That was great. Skumon scared about Saint coming through, but had the info that Saint was there. Okay, so it's the ADCs and Syndra that have the chances to make the big differences. So we're not just in. It's still not over. But Red got another Drake whilst all of this was happening. And 3% attack damage and ability power. AD and AP. Oh, that's going to get caught out, but Caps is here kind of to help. They get the kill through. That was really quick. Ooh. And did Caitlyn get the kill? Caitlyn did get the kill. That's bad. And they'll get the Baron through here. That it feels like they've got advantages on all fronts at the moment. No one can really contest this. Well, actually, these at the bottom, they might back up on it. Skew Monster one with Smite, right? They don't want to do more damage because of the risk of stealing it. Berserker gets another kill on Caps. Does Skimond have a flash? No, they don't. There's no risk, no chance of stealing it. They're just getting all the fights. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, it's over. I think this is it. 5.8k gold. They're all on respawn, apart from Labrov. Wow. Wow. The fact that we went from this, which was G2 easily win this. Wow, and Berserker getting the kill once again. This has been crazy, hasn't it? Wow. I guess my question in general, we're seeing how this has been against G2. What would you say? Yeah, what LYON have shown in this match, how does that compare to the top teams? I.e., how would this face against a BLG, and how would this face against a HLE? Because it feels like they're not really messing up at all. Yeah, but like chuck a BLG and a HLE in LYON's position, and are they doing the same thing? Because I think my general thing I mentioned a few times earlier, I really like that in Valorant the regions are super even, and here very much not the case. But how big of an upset would it be if LYON managed to win? Like, is there a world that this happens? Okay, so this is the last. If G2 win really at all and lose really at all in this team fight, it's over. Broken Blades goes down. No, lives. Skimond really low. Okay, that's one. Berserker getting a kill. Saint lives. There's still 5 alive. That's one of the turrets done. That's a second. LYON and Saint and Dokuma just win. Biggest upset in years. No chance. They're going back. They're also just not risking this at all. They just have such an advantage, and they're playing much more carefully with it as well. Gonna get the soul to guarantee it, I guess. Berserker worth 700 gold now. Last year KT was ultimate, is underdog, but climbed to worlds and defeated Gen G. G2 just needs to survive the early game without feeding, yeah. But also, you know, it feels like against a lesser team, they might have still been okay, but it's it's like LYON haven't really messed up. Like, I think there were quite a few moments where they could have pushed more and just messed things up. What's the 1,000 gold? I think 3 of those berserkers and you'll have as much gold as I normally have, just in my unspent. Cav's gonna die. Ah, the LYON ult, the berserker ult. Yeah. So Caps is down. There's 5 of them. They have the Dragon Soul, which is damage boost, right? AD and AP. Oh, okay. They get 1. But again, Berserker's full HP. Never mind, half HP. Dokler's a little bit low. They back up again. A mistake, but again, they're so far ahead. But ooh. I still think we're in Danger Town. They could get Inspire here. Inspired, rather. They're nice and grouped. It's not over. It feels over, but it's not. I think they're gonna get Baron. Which is, you know what? If anything's gonna shift it, that's something. It's not over. It is not over. And imagine, okay, hear me out. 3 minutes. If they manage to snipe the Elder, I think it's completely. I think suddenly we're looking at an even, if not G2 advantage, guys. It's happening. It's not over. We hold. It's still LYON advantage, but we saw a couple of mistakes, and they're playing safer, and maybe a little bit too safe. Just throwing that out there. Throwing that out there, guys. The copium is the copium's here. Caitlyn building the wall. You're not baking this tower. That would also be a ton of gold that would help them. They're really thinking about it. They found the Dokler. Look, they might have. Look, they G2. They beat T1 and absorbed the circus. Okay. They just need to stay together. If Skimons needs to be careful, very low health, and he's been the one that goes and ends up a little stuck. Berserker's almost max though. Still has the initial bow, but scary. Yunara's, yeah, 4 items. We might be. The gold gap's 5k. It's closing. It's closing ever so slightly. And it feels like LYON needs to do a lot just to defend this tower. Like this tower just goes down really soon. That's a rough stun. This could force the fight. Okay, they back up. Fine. What do I think about Caitlyn as a champ? The fact that like we look at all of this and it's the Caitlyn's terrifying, I think is so cool. Like, I feel like that's really exciting to have as a character I play. I like the idea of being the scary. I just need to get way better at positioning. That's my job. Because I feel like some of my instincts of ability usages have been quite good. Cap's really low, lives, the flash saves him. They get the kill by pushing through. Doka lives. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, the copium was there, but I oh my god, it inspired just emoting. GG, everyone. GG. Basically, this entire series, LYON made like 1 or 2 mistakes. 1 or 2. And wow. GG's. That was a watch. Dominant. So the thing I'd like to say is my hope from this is I want to see LYON go as far as possible now. I'm a sucker for the underdog story, and I don't really know much, but we saw, G2 take down T1, and then well, now we're seeing this side. But it makes for an exciting MSI. My first one, we started with potentially the best game I could have probably watched ever, and we're building into this now. I feel like the lower bracket has been way more exciting than what we've the upper bracket that I've seen. But wow. 3-0. 3-0. As a European, unfortunate, really sad. But the underdogs, all right? The underdog story. Wow. Well, I am once again inspired by another Caitlyn player. How do you all feel in about going to a game? I feel like I need to take what I've just seen and get something done with it. But wow, that was a watch. That was really a watch. I really want to see them go further. Worlds is a ways away, but I guess we'll see. We've got T1 that's gonna, show up as always with the Worlds, which I really want to. If this is the first time T1 doesn't do well at Worlds, I'm gonna cry. I might just cry, and I think you all would cry with me. You'd never watch me again because I'd be a curse. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But yeah, otherwise, that'd be nice to see. I think I'm gonna go and play a singular game because I need to get my game of the day done, and we can see from there. And yeah, probably just the one for today. Yeah. Whew, wow, what a series. G2 loses tons of points for this defeat. T1 did bad at Worlds from then. Only recently they pulled out miracles. Yeah. But I mean, they've got so many good players on it. And Paze is the newest addition, right? I feel like I saw some of you chatting in the Discord about how they're really starting to grow into playing with Paze, and they've got then the second season for them to really build into it even more. I mean, I think I'm only planning on doing the one game for today anyway. So here we are, draft pick, and we'll go in. Still bottom and mid lane. I think we'll just send it. We'll then have a character to pick, and that will be our day. Whew. Draft again. I think this is where I really need to spend my time. I don't think doing Swifts is the best move for me right now, because I think farming gold is the position I need to really work on the most. So FaZe is a Gen G prospect that then went to the LPL 1 year and came back to Korea for T1. I see. But it's who did then FaZe end up going out for? Guma. FaZe showed he really is. I mean, we saw the Caitlyn. Okay, I was assigned bottom. Fantastic. And first. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm praying they don't... Okay, where is... Katarina is getting banned to high hell. I want nothing. I don't want to see that. I don't want that anywhere near me. I want it gone. I want nothing to do with it.
Is that fear I smell?
Don't ban Caitlyn. Okay, we're fine. We're in the money. Oh, do I have to actually confirm the ban? Got you.
I'm on the case.
She's been bodying me, hasn't she? Like every game I've played, I just feel bodied by her. And so I've been playing Lethal Tempo. Need to actually send the ban so we're not wasting the time waiting for the timer there. Okay. I think we're happy. I think we're ready. Is Mel going to be a problem? Guess we'll hope we survive. I have very little idea. There's not many characters I do know what they do. So maybe in a bit of trouble then. Okay, I'll stop looking at skins. Now OPC. Support really banned against himself. Mel can reflect projectile so she can reflect my ult. Oh boy. Okay. So be careful. So Yasuo could block my attacks and Mel could reflect my ult. So we're in trouble. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. We'll see how this goes. The focus will be getting final hits. That'll be the focus, staying back and getting final hits. I'm not too fussed on how we do. Based on that, that's just our priority. And as long as we get, a little bit better, we'll be fine. Inspired bad mouthing in the interview. Well, he did emote on them afterwards.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So she throws abilities at you. One is root. It's pretty slow. The other is circle on the ground. Tiny projectiles. So dodge the root.
Minions have spawned.
Is my support decent for me? Is that going to be something that works? Just don't feed. Focus on last hitting. Yeah, that's the plan. So we'll get the camera a little bit further forward. Stay way back. Final hits. Gonna do something like this. Do something like that. Okay. Feels better at least to begin with. I think I just tried to final hit my own minion. Which went probably about as well as one would expect. Okay. Oh, that's not good. What? Okay, we survived there, which I think is better.
Before tea time.
Should really potion maybe. Oh. I feel like I should go back now. I'm not sure I really have the stats really to justify doing much more.
No hesitation.
What? Nope, missed that. Control E. No, I did it the wrong way. I did the E the wrong way. Okay. I think I'm just going to go back. No, be careful. I survived, which is something. But, yeah, maybe not the best of starts. Hex. Okay. See, the ADC is not following after. You engage, you can hit him. Walk back, so you get at least some damage. Yeah. I think the big issue there that I didn't get too punished for was putting the E the wrong way.
No stone left unturned.
But otherwise, I think that was fine. And let's get a final hit there. Well, let's get the camera a little bit further forward.
Suspect engaged.
Oh, I did it again. Oh, and he cancelled my E. Okay. That wasn't great. That wasn't great at all.
Let's wrap this up.
Man, I keep getting hit by the rooted. I think I just need to go back again. Not amazing, but what I need to focus on is dodging the stun again. And I can use the E to do that.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay. Stay out of the stuns. Yeah, I haven't done anything. There's just a last hit indicator from when I've started.
Is its people.
Let's do something like that.
Always maintain a proper chain of command.
Oh, I hit D by accident. That's not ideal. What?
I'm on the job.
Okay, missed that. That's okay.
Hot on the trail. Got them in my sights.
What? Okay, that went okay. Not perfect, but it works. Okay.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here to protect.
Ah, okay. Focus. I don't need to hit them. I need to hit them at the end.
I
Ally has been slain.
Okay, no mana. Okay, this feels better.
even the smallest clue can break a case.
Guess maybe a bit far forward. I think I just need to be a little bit careful. Honestly, I might just go back. Okay.
If crime never sleeps, then I best put on
This feels like it's going fine.
Has been slain.
I'm trying my best not to go too far forward. That's not ideal. Or I maybe could have done something to help save them, but at the same time, not really sure what I could have done. Are they going to get the tower here? They might. Okay. Try and save. Yeah, I've ran out of mana, so I need to save, like, usabilities a little bit less. I mean, last time I played, I used them way too much, so now we're a little bit less usage, and I think that's better. But I still think we're not quite at the right balance.
someone call for a sheriff.
Okay, that was quite alright. Managed to survive there.
Guilty as charged.
Okay, that felt really good.
Brilliant. Crime is common.
Can go fight the Drake now, I think. Okay, the Mel's gonna try and deal with it.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, that's close. I should have gone and killed. That wasn't ideal. We did better, but I didn't need to die there. I did have flash, but that was bad that I died, but I think fine overall.
It's my business to know what others do not.
Because ultimately I did get traded for it, so
Enemy has been slain.
fine. Fine. I think we're improving. Yeah, I tried to walk back and then realized I had the longer hit because I hit the E.
An ally has been slain.
But they did really lose in this fight, actually.
The law
So
bends for
I need to be a bit careful. I have the minions here. So I can try and get a bit of damage through, but I need to be super careful.
I much prefer this to desk duty.
Ooh, that's bad. Maybe could have gotten away with just the barrier there. No, that's me dead. I went too far forward. Should have played behind, should have placed more traps and just... I wanted to sneak a last hit there and I think that was silly. I'm starting to feed. The good news is I'll have Hex by the time I go back, but it's not great, is it? That's not great news.
And this time I will not fail.
Yeah, I could have E'd instead of using the summoner spell there.
An
How's
ally
he doing in
has
his
been
fight?
slain.
Kind of okay. The Mel's taken damage, so might be able to help push them
I
back.
cannot afford to falter.
Killing spree.
Okay, I think this is the point where I try and push forward because an ult could... Ooh. No, that's not going to kill, is it?
I never miss.
Enemy has been slain.
Perfect. Okay, I think that could have gone better, but honestly, it was fine. So I'm going to try and push back the wave and then go back. Okay. I think that went pretty well. Okay, for Berserker Greaves. The 3 hourglasses. So was I actually res there? Or I could have died? Oh, I see. So actually I could have stayed and fought more.
Rampage.
Okay,
One
got
must
you.
never start an investigation without first examining
Careful.
I must always be 3 steps ahead.
Oh, I've gone a bit too far forward there.
I do love a good mystery.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No, that's not an R. That's not an R.
I will not tolerate lawlessness.
Could be now, though. Nope, there. Deep. Oh, I'm getting rezzed, okay.
Let's investigate.
Damn, didn't manage to get the cut off there. Okay, that felt fine.
No more cat and mouse.
I was worried the ult wouldn't kill, but it did work out. Honestly, I think I just base and finish the Greaves.
Gone, won't you?
The boots. Maybe that was a bit bad because he's there healing me instead, but I think I need the... I think that was the right play.
Shut down.
Did you just die? Oh, that's bad. He's gonna feel like, why the hell did you go back?
Let's do this by the book.
Okay, I'll stay under. Need to trap help at the edge. Nice.
I'll have this finished before tea time.
Dominating.
As expected.
Oh, it's giving me XP. I see. Okay, got the level.
Never a dull moment. Brilliant. You won't escape.
I don't actually know. Oh, I somehow ended up in the locked camera mode without realizing it.
Target marked. Exemplary.
Enemy has been slain.
Yep, I can kill her. Oh, I thought I could kill. They got the kill and traded me, but I really thought I could do that. I think she ulted me. Was it her ult that got me there?
Slain.
That felt fine, right? That felt better, for sure. She reflected my autos, right.
No stone left unturned.
I think one of the things that's working quite well here is... Oh, and I had barrier. Yep. I think one of the things that's working well here is that I'm getting more comfortable with the with Caitlyn's kit. Like I've not been having any mana problems either. Ooh, this ain't good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit more under tower. Shame I didn't get any of the minions with that.
Always maintain a proper chain of command.
Ooh, that's bad. I just got bursted down. Oops. Oops. I did try and flash away there, but I just didn't get it off. I'm starting to feed a little bit, I think. Yeah, 2 and 4 isn't fantastic. But I do feel like this is going way better than the games were yesterday. So that's a plus. Okay. Fine. We'll keep pushing.
It seems I may have a new suspect.
When is the next? Oh, no. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. That's a bit of mana gone and a bit of, and a cooldown on, but... Right, she has an execute. Okay. My shot missed. Ah, I thought I could grab him there.
Hot on the trail. Got you.
Oh, it's not on. It was on him. He went in my trap. I see. Okay, my ult's going to do a lot more damage now, right? That felt like a good ult. Okay. Let's wait for minions.
In position.
We'll go down a bit more. What are they paying? A minute 40 on the Barons here.
Even the smallest coup can break a case.
Okay, let's go fight the minions a bit whilst
Brilliant.
Shut down. An ally
A
has
true
been
professional
slain.
is always aware of her
Your team
surroundings.
has destroyed a turret.
Oh, I thought... Okay, I should have flashed. I thought I'd get far enough away. That was bad. QW and autos to kill there. Okay. I'm really enjoying Caitlyn. I'm, like... Obviously, I am messing up a fair bit, but that's, I think, fine. It's par for the course. I didn't fully realize the, he was stuck there. Like, I thought he was going to run just way out of my range, and therefore I wanted to ult basically to guarantee it.
I'll be adding that to the charges.
So, yeah, it's... Now we're back to barrier and flash. Oh, they surrendered. Fantastic. A win's a win. But, yeah, it's... I'm getting better at getting the... I was getting better at killing minions there. I think that went a lot better. But yeah, GG's everyone. That was to be honest, I think I'll leave it there. We did quite well. She did feel really good, and I managed to basic champion capsule. Sure, I did manage to live a bit more. It's had a better balance on the abilities a little bit. Of these, who shall I go for? I don't know actually if I have Nami already, but I imagine Thresh is probably the more expensive one of these, and therefore it might be a good idea to go for him. Just because if the others are cheaper, we can probably end up buying her up. Thresh is more expensive. I think at this point, like, I have enough of the blue essence to buy whoever I want. So I feel like being more cost effective with these three characters is probably better. So I think for that reason, if Thresh is the most expensive, we'll go for him. So yeah, I think I'll just do that. We can select Champion Mastery. Sona and Nami are very cheap. Okay, perfect. So, we'll look at the scoreboard. Yeah, damage dealt to champions wasn't great, was it? I feel like my damage dealt to champions is just going down and down compared to where I was earlier, but I guess I'm feeding less. I mean, I did die 5 times, which does feel a bit brutal, but we're, I think, getting somewhere, right? So yeah, happy with that. Happy with how that went, really. Quite a few minions slayed, not as good as the other two. And vision score, sure, we're on there somewhere. Then back to gold. Cool. I think that was pretty good. So yeah, thanks everyone. I think I'll leave things there. As always, in general, we'll be continuing on with content. Arcane is in the works. I'm looking at an editor so that can be a bit faster. But yeah, in general, open the champion capsule. Sure, we'll do that. Is it random for it? In fact, we've got 2 of them. Sure. Shall we see who we get? Cho'Gath. We saw this character. And some blue essence in the pro games, and then for the second one, just blue essence. And then can we open this by constructing the key? Hex chest, hex key, Saki emote. If I hit open 2, sure. We're just going to keep opening these. High Noon Lock for an epic shard, Ward for a shard skin, and 150 orange essence. That feels quite useful to get. Gonna get a chest from a chest. Wow. Big multiplying there. And I guess we make a key as well. Perfect. So, or can we do this again? Or was that the... Nice. Cool. That was our stuff. I feel like I'm seeing wow and damn. I feel like we got quite lucky there then. So yeah, there we go. Look at the pass. Is that here? Yes. I'll claim these. Is that brand for free? Is that how that works? Champion permanent. Fantastic. We got that. And nothing to claim from there. So does that need... owned? Does this need unlocking, or is it just unlocked as is? Oh, we already had brand, so I think we just get essence from him. Is that how that works? Cool. We'll disenchant into essence then. Is that the move? Cool. Do that there. And we'll open the mystery icon. Sure. Heartbreaker Vi. And we've unlocked that permanently as well. Perfect. That's everything. Can check it here. Emotes, we got that, which we'll add to our wheel, and the icon. To be honest, I quite like my Ashes and Ashes one. So we'll leave that. There we go. Thanks, everyone. Been lovely stream, as always. So yeah, see you all next time. Maybe we'll be here tomorrow, similar time to watch the game as well. Anyway, goodbye, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day. And yeah, see you all next time.